We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. The Midsummer Classic between the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on MLB Network. I'll be joined in the booth by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, but before we turn to them, let's turn to the results of the fan voting for this year's All-Star starters. Final preparations being made on the field. We've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League Baseball All-Star Game on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2020 National League All-Star.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two men named by their managers to get the ball here to begin this All-Star game. Trevor Bauer, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, he's going to be fun to watch. He almost always is. He's proven to be one of the more dominant arms in all of baseball, and you can bet this opposing lineup is not too excited about having to face him. More often than not, he shuts teams down, so that's kind of what I expect from him in this one.
All right, so here's how the National League All-Stars line up on D. And I want to focus on first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to steal a line from my partner here, Dan Plesac. Hashtag Goldschmidt happens. This former Gold Glover can play some serious defense as well as carry this offense.
In is Torrey Hunter. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading up for the American League, the center fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
First pitch, 7:05.
A bouncer up the middle. And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game?
Batting second, from the Minnesota Twins, the shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
So now to the plate, Jorge Polanco, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. His numbers against Trevor Bauer, he has 7 hits in 29 at-bats. And of those hits, 3 of them were of the home run variety. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
They come out of the gates being aggressive at the plate, and it's paid off for them. A single and now a double. Runners at second and third with all kinds of momentum on their side. A base hit scores too. We'll see if they can cash them in.
Standing in now, Ricky Henderson. He swings and lines it to left. And that is going to get down for extra bases as this will drive home 2. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game. And he's back into second here safely.
We didn't have to wait long for the offensive fireworks in this one. 2 runners aboard, and he got a pitch he liked. Drove it all the way to the wall to bring in a pair of runs, and they're still in good shape to add on with him at second now.
And that'll bring up the big stick of Nelson Cruz. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And he misses again, 2-0.
Boy, it sure doesn't seem like they want to pitch to this guy right here. I get that, but it's just the first inning. Sometimes you have to compete and set the tone.
The 2-0 is swung on and missed, strike one. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Henderson leads off second with nobody out. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
He's set, and the pitch. In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball one. 1 out and a runner on second base. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Ortiz is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
3-1. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
Wow, he's looking awfully shaky to start this game, guys. That's 3 hits and a walk, and there's no doubt that he's fighting himself right now. See if he can get this train back on the rails here.
Settling in now, Yordan Alvarez. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. Lined into right, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away. Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up. Bases are loaded here with 1 away. And in next, it'll be the perennial MVP candidate, third baseman Nolan Arenado. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made. And here comes the runner from third. The tag at third, and they got him. A double play. And very quickly here, the side is retired. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the American League 3, the National League coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Chris Sale, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Thanks, Matt. Chris Sale, you're talking about one of the premier pitchers in the game of baseball. Big fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour. Wipe out slider. Great comparison. He's the closest thing we've seen to Randy Johnson. A nightmare against lefties. 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, and a changeup that's getting better all the time. He is a definition of a true ace.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the National League,
now here it comes.
the designated hitter, DJ.
Drilled right back up the middle. And a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Ambush tactics right there, but he didn't try and do too much. He stayed in there and just drove it back up the middle.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. A runner at first with no outs here.
That's a ball.
And low, it's a ball and a strike.
1-0.
A 1-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And it misses. 3-1 now.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Working for the punch out and the offering. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Batting third.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to
sail into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Fastball well outside. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a solo shot for the say-hey kid Willie Mays. And the National League strikes for a run to make it a 3-1 ball game. I'm sure you know what's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
Batting fourth.
At the plate now, Chipper Jones.
The third baseman.
As he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Los Angeles Dodgers, the left fielder, J.D. Martinez.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Hit down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Slider laid off for a ball.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. But not before they're able to at least get 1 back on the solo home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's the American League 3 and the National League 1. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up Gleyber Torres.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
1-0 the count. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, the offense did their homework coming into this one. There's another leadoff knock in the second. That makes five hits already for these guys.
Into the box, Mitch Garver, and it's grounded just foul down the line. The 0-1 delivery. 1-1.
1-1.
Nobody out, runner on first. Too high there and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Back to the top of the order now, and that brings in the center fielder, Torrey Hunter. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but one pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Now Hunter swings and sends a high drive carrying to deep left field. Gone, and that one had some extra distance. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Pitcher making a move his feet right there. Probably upset him a little bit. He dug right back in, didn't lose his toe hold, and absolutely clobbered that pitch.
In now, Jorge Polanco. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Three runs already home here. And it's fouled away. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box now, Ricky Henderson, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No. Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And he's going to make a change here. That's going to be all for Trevor Bauer. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. So a tremendous diving catch there, and our show track technology demonstrates to us that his route was really what made it happen. Pretty easy to see he wouldn't have been able to make that play if it had not been for the angle he took to get to the ball. Stepping up to the plate, Nelson Cruz looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
And Goldschmidt will make the catch, and that ends the inning. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run home run. Leading off the inning, Cody Bellinger, and they'll need him to get something going. Here.
Bellinger.
First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gone! It's a solo homer for Cody Bellinger. As the lead is cut to 4, it's 6-2 now.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. And Hunter will put this one away without much effort for the first out of the inning.
All right, let's check out the American League All-Stars on defense. And my spotlight's going to shine down on Gleyber Torres. He mans the second base position unbelievably, but he can also offer his manager some versatility. The bat plays big time as well, and he has a strong arm.
Francisco Lindor comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Batting ninth, from the Philadelphia Phillies, the catcher, Will Smith.
Stepping into the box, Will Smith. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors and no one left on base. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The AL leads it 6-2. Now at the plate, David Ortiz. He drew a base on balls his first time up. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 44. Designated hitter, Yordan.
Into the box now, Yordan Alvarez. He reached on a single in his first try. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit hard to the right, but foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Fastball laid off well below the knees. Nolan Arenado will be next. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4. So a run. Runner at first with 1 man gone, and that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. Jose Ramirez will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. First pitch coming. Here it is. On the ground up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to first, and for the 2nd time in 3 innings. They've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the American League 6 and the National League 2. Lucas Giolito, a right-hander standing 6'6", will take over pitching duties here. Hard hit ball to second. Torres brings it in, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now back, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the big bat of Paul Goldschmidt. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Liner towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Willie Mays.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the great Willie Mays. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
Called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. The next 0-2 is in there. A called strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the National Leaguers. They still trail here. It's 6-2. And that'll bring up Gleyber. Torres. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth. Josh Bell is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. Now here's the pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Two and 0.
No strike.
Here's the pitch. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left, and the lead is now 7-2.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Yu Darvish, the 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound. At the plate, Mitch Garver, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 2-1 home. High in the air out to center field. Acuna is there, and he has it for the first out. And there's a final look at the numbers for the starter in this one. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Corey Hunter is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
1-0.
One and 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1 and 2 now. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Bell takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Justin Turner.
Coming to the plate now, Justin Turner. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A bouncer to the left side. There to take it is Chipper. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. But add on 1 more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the American League 7 and the National League 2. Justin Verlander gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
For the American League, number 35, Justin Verlander.
Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll bring in the third baseman, Chipper Jones.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Left fielder looking up, still going back. And this one is gone, a home run. So a solo home run right there from Chipper Jones, as it's now a 7-3 game. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times in this one.
Matty V, this is turning into home run derby part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of missed locations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
Swing and a line drive. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
And Hunter will put this one away without much effort for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Ozzie.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here. So here's Francisco Lindor now. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Hey, this is one of those tough outings as a reliever. Just have to keep throwing strikes and believe sooner or later this inning's going to turn around.
Fouled off. Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
To the plate now, Will Smith. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0. Now a hard liner, but foul. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the NL line score thus far. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
I know he's been struggling early, but that pitch right there, well executed changeup. If he can mix that in, maybe he hangs around for a little while longer.
Hit back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. A swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield.
Now batting, the first baseman, Josh Bell.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning, Matt. A hit here could really fire up that dugout. He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Fielded cleanly, and he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. Quick throw to Torres to retire the side. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam. We played 4 full. The American Leaguers on top 7-5. Madison Bumgarner, the 6'4" southpaw, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 40, Madison Bumgarner.
High and deep to right center. After it is Acuna, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
So 1 away now. Here's Nelson Cruz. First pitch of the at-bat. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up, ball 2. 7 runs, an equal number of hits. No errors thus far for the American League. Fouled away. Hey. 2-1 pitch is a cut fastball taken for strike 2. Swing and a liner. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside. That ball stays square as long as possible and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Standing in now, David Ortiz, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Bumgarner is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
High in the air out to center field. Acuna is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. Hit hard to short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Now back, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
Here it is, the 3-0. He loses him on ball 4.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Digging in to try it again, Torres. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Here's a chopper left side of the infield. He's got it. Throw in time, so a good pitch there gets him out of the base. His loaded jam. Chipper Jones will lead things off when we come back. Home half of the 5th coming up. The AL out in front here, 7-5. Aaron Judge will stay in the game, taking over in right and batting number 9. Sean Manaea, the 6'5" left-hander, takes over on the mound now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Turner calls for it. 1 down.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Here's the first pitch to him. J.D. Martinez is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his 2nd knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. So here's Cody Bellinger, and he fouls this one off. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. Gone! Cody Bellinger puts a pair on the board with that homer. His 2nd of the game, as that'll pull him into a tie at 7-7. Well, if you're just joining us, that's the 7th home run hit so far in this game. Really unbelievable stuff.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Yeah, you know what? Dodger Stadium has always been known for a very high mound, and pitchers love to pitch in this ballpark. And D-Row, when the sun goes down and that marine layer air comes in, this is a tough yard to hit the ball on.
I was going right there, Dan. Day game, this place plays completely different, but to do it at night, that's why it was such an impressive performance today. For them to move traffic all over the yard today, not easy to do.
Striding in once again, Francisco Lindor. He singled his last time up.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Great job to keep your hands back and not fully commit. The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his hands back.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Francisco Lindor.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Hit in the air down the right field line. Heading after it is Judge, but this will land untouched. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Just hung in there on that one. the next 3-2. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Boy, talking about making a pitcher work, D-Row.
Now
8-pitch at bat finally leads off to a base hit.
I got to be honest with you. After the 7th pitch, you start to get in auto swing mode. He could have thrown the rosin bag, and he would have took a hack at it. So hats off to him, not only battling for 8 pitches, but getting a result.
Will Smith is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. 2 out with the man at first. That evens it up 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals, and it's fouled away. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Ready with another 2-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And he struck him out. A 10-pitch battle, but he finally wears him down as the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight, and we are tied 7-7. Mike Foltynewicz takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next will be the imposing power bat, Mitch Garver. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Great jump on that ball hit to the gap in right center field. A great diving catch. One of the better plays you'll see.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Torrey Hunter. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Giving chase is Bellinger. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. Ready now, Justin Turner. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. 2 out, nobody on. Out in front as he grounds this one to short. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. American League goes down in order. This remains a 7-all tie. Miles Michaelis enters to do the pitching in the bottom. bottom of the sixth. Bryce Harper is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Here's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And there's ball 1. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Swing and a line drive. And there's one down now.
The first baseman, number 55, Josh Bell.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Josh Bell reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. High and deep to left center field. Racing back the left fielder. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Josh Bell as they grab an 8-7 lead in this seesaw game. Acuna digs in now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Line drive to center field. Hunter is there. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Chipper Jones. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is on the ground over to first. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So only 1 hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front with the American League 7. Mariano Rivera is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 42.
Stepping up now, Ricky Henderson. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he reaches out for one and may have chased it as this is skied into the air to straightaway center. Acuna is right there, 1 down. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch.
1-1.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Right fielder giving chase, and that's in there. Base hit. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
At the plate now, David Ortiz. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up, Acuna. Gone! A two-run shot that gives them the lead. So it's a two-run shot to right center, and they've taken a one-run lead. Keller comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the seventh.
Number 35,
In now, Jose Ramirez. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Keller, playing here in his age 26 season, he throws a four-seam fastball, a curve, a changeup, and a two-seam fastball. Behind 0-2 now. Still only one out in the inning. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch on its way. And that's taken high and outside for ball one.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Fouled off. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled away. The 1-2. Hit high and deep to right center. Acuna giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. It's the American League 9 and the National League 8. Liam Hendricks gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Digging in and looking for more, J.D. Martinez. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judge is on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Up next for the National League,
Cody Bellinger will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here. Looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. And this is fouled straight back. And boy, I think that got our home plate umpire in the mask for the 2nd time in the ball game. That's tough duty back there. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there, a little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. And he falls behind 0-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Henderson is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. NL leaves 1. Still down a run. It's a 9-8 ball game. Digging in, Torres. He'll start us off in the 8th. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game as they've taken a 2-run lead. Josh Hader is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. Into the box, Mitch Garver. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Row, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches, and if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day, and we saw that here this afternoon, ball flying out at near record pace.
Torrey Hunter will stand in as we'll flash you back to the 2nd inning as you get a look at this key 3-run home run. Throw to first, retires Hunter, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Now batting, Justin Turner. No hits to this point. Here comes the first pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. And he fouls this one off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Again, another foul ball.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And look out as that one ran in and got him. So striding in, Ricky Henderson. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
Now it's 2-0. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
Full count now, 3-2. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The AL leads it 10-8. Aroldis Chapman goes on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. So coming to the plate, Will Smith. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Robinson Chirinos will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the eighth. 1-1 to Chirinos. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Chopper foul. One out, nobody on. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Josh Bell the next to hit as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. The 0-1 delivery. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Pitch popped up. Arenado has a play. And that's the third out. NL down in order. Can't cut into a 10-8 deficit. Robinson Chirinos will remain in the game in the number 9 spot and take over at catcher. Kenley Jansen enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Aaron Judge will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Skied into very shallow right. Bellinger's under it. He's got it one away.
The first baseman, number 34.
David Ortiz will stand in again, and we'll take you back to the 7th inning. This was a 2-run home run, and it was one of the key blows in the ball game thus far. Bit of an ill-advised swing that time as that ball got in on him. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line towards center field. Acuna is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Up next to the American League.
Digging in now, Jose Ramirez. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Ramirez.
First offering on its way. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Albies brings it in. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Heart of the order 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. The American Leaguers on top 10-8. Trey Turner will be summoned a pinch hit here to start the bottom of the ninth. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win, so he's got his work cut out for him here. Behind 0-2 now. Off the plate at 94, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the ninth. Jed Jerko will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
This one wraps up as a 10-8 final. The American League All-Stars jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Miles Michaelis earns the victory on the mound. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious American League All-Stars, 10 runs, 12 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the home team, 8 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 2 minutes.